This is for the F-150 that we did a while back. We did the rocker panels on it. So we basically painted the back edge and up and over, just enough that we can hide it to where the box liner goes in. We've got the plastic pieces that go across the top edge. So what we did here, it seemed our factory sticker wasn't available, so we had to get out the blue pinstripe tape. We ran one down here, one in here. We ran a skinny one where the black is so that we could find our gap, and then pulled that out. So we had to make sure that we matched that to what was on the old box. Luckily I got the old box outside. And you'd think it would just run straight across the truck, but if you look, it's actually an illusion. So what we did is we measured it off this body line here, because we know that's going to match up to the truck. That's how we figured out where we had to have it. You can see it's pretty glossy. Turned out all right. There's a little bit of peel, but nothing crazy. You could buff it out. We're probably not gonna. This is a work truck. We went by millimeters off that edge, held our seamstress tape in, and found our top edge. Now what Ford does is they just kind of half it up, paint it, and then they put a sticker over top. Well, that sticker, I mean, unless you go through the dealer and fart around. So we basically matched it up and did our own pinstripe. It takes time, but it's definitely doable. And again, find your top edge and where the bottom of the stripe's supposed to be, and then you run a piece of tape in the middle just to find your depths. You can get all different thicknesses. Now, in this case, that gold line is a touch wider, so we made the black one a touch smaller, but it should be close enough with the breakup of the truck that you won't really notice it. At least that's the hope. So the trick I did with this one, that's a single stage urethane, but it's in the same paint line system as what we used our base coat. So when we did our black, we basically painted gold up to that edge, and we came in and sanded the top after we taped it off just to smooth it back out. Under the edge isn't bad, but back here you want to make sure that you have a nice smooth transition. And then we put our color on, and then we removed that piece of tape exposing the gold, and then we came down right to the bottom edge, and then when it was still wet we pulled our tape. You bring it all the way back, pull it, but you pull it down a bit, and what it'll do is it'll pull the clear out down the edge. And once, you know, urethane sticks to urethane, you're pretty much golden. That was painted last night. This was painted midday today, so it was still soft enough that that'll melt right into itself. And I mean, people say, well, you can buy the 3M automotive tape that's green and skinny too, but this vinyl plasticky stuff, you don't want to stretch it. You just want to pull it on, set it, and push all the air bubbles out. And as you can see, your line is real sharp like a sticker. And I've seen where guys have done stripes, and then you see little fuzziness and stuff around the edge. When you use a regular masking tape, sometimes what happens is a little bit goes in underneath, because, you know, you're laying down a few coats and then you're clear, like you're adding a lot of wetness to it, so it can seep in, you know, and it gives you little blurs and whatnot. I was at a car show this weekend. I saw a beautiful Camaro, blue Camaro, and the guy did the SS style stripes on it, and he pulled this off quite nicely, but he had a little bit of that blur through, and he says, well, what do? You clear coat it and you live with it. But seriously, I know even though it's 3M automotive tape, and I swear by the green stuff, it's good, but when I'm doing this pinstriping or even a two-tone, what I'll do is I'll use that vinyl expensive stuff just to cut that line, and then I'll go halfway on it with the green tape to hold it, and then tape everything off. So you definitely want, I mean, it comes in blue, it comes in orange, you know, it comes in a few colors. You can see how this one's half black and half blue. So this is where the green tape went over the blue and was stuck on. But this is the only way. You're basically putting a, see, it's stuck, right? It's like a sticker you're putting on the car. So your line will be as sharp as that sticker edge. So that's how we pulled that off. You know, and I mean, it looks half decent. It'll kind of match. It's not an amazing paint job, but it's not bad. It was extremely hot today, so I mean, there's plenty of shine. And again, this is still pretty fresh. I'm not going to do a major cut and buff, but we'll probably throw a little bit of compound, go over it kind of quick, and we'll polish it up. You know, we'll spend a couple hours on it, not 3 days, essentially. But that's it. That's what we were up to this week. Thanks for watching. Cheers.